Okay, now I believe I'm on live on my personal page, so hopefully everyone who was on the live before jumps over. Let me see if I can get Joe in here now. So while we're waiting for Joe, hopefully this is going to work. Hi, Viv. So I'm Nancy Ganzikoffer, and I partner with my clients to help them grow their business, get more sales. And I'm going to invite Joe in now because we want to talk about design wall. Let me add Joe in. Gotta love technology. Okay. Oh, now you're sideways. Hi, Joe.
I can try to fix that. I don't know if this is going to work very well. I'm going to stretch my tripod out.
I just had the same
There.
trouble on the other one. I know you were trying to get on, but I
Yeah.
thought I could put it horizontal, but apparently I can't.
And I'm going to plug in with my headphones, my little smiley face headphones.
Ah, very cute. I'm going to try to fix mine, see if I can get a little straighter. Hold on.
There we go. And then we're broadcasting live from Nashville.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you've been traveling all day, right?
Oh man, I've been traveling all. I was getting into Nashville when Nick May was headed in from Miami. So
Oh.
yeah, we were texting. Technically, I was texting from the plane, but don't let the FCC know that.
Of course not, because you're always on airplane mode like me. I'm actually going
Yeah,
to.
that's the default. I mean, I am a law-abiding person, especially in the air.
You are.
Yeah.
So for those watching, this is Weekend Wine Down. I have my wine, which is like a nice, quite large glass. What do you have?
I've got I've got the second glass of whiskey is pretty watered down by now, but I got some coffee brewing too. We're in Nashville, so we're gonna
gotta go
go
with
do
it.
shit.
You gotta go with it. Okay. Oh, okay. Caden. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dolores and Dee. And Caden shared on my business
We
page. So
go.
did I, Caden. Caden, can you share it in my private group, Supersize Your
Yeah,
Sales?
I'm sharing right now too.
So we can get as many watchers out there. And guys, if you can share this broadcast, I'd really appreciate it.
Yes.
That's
Hit
how,
the share button.
yeah, hit the share button. That's how Facebook gives us
Sharing's
points.
caring.
Hi,
Yep.
Marianne. Hi, Kim. Okay, so we are here today, my weekly broadcast, Weekend Wind Down. I'm Nancy Ganzikoffer. I'm a business coach helping my clients grow their business, get more sales, and get to that next level of success. And since a large portion, but not all, of my entrepreneurs that work with me are interior designers because of my history as an art consultant in the interior design world and now president of the virtual chapter starting in January of the IDS, Interior Design Society. I wanted to bring on Joe because I've been watching Joe and everything he's doing out there. And I thought, this guy we have to talk to. So, Joe, I had a nice description when I went live on my business page that didn't work. And now that
Oh
description is
man,
gone. So I'll edit it later.
I have a bad habit of screwing shit up. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you're the one
sorry
who gave me
about
the
that.
advice. No, you know what? This is the first time I'm
Yeah.
doing it this way. Normally I use Be Live, and I'm very comfortable with that. So I will tell you, I was a little nervous going live this way. But
You know what? I say it on our website. Life is experienced when you're willing to step outside of your comfort zone.
and you
So
know what?
here we are, and we're gonna blow up Facebook Live. If everybody hits share, then we're gonna blow up
Come
Facebook
on,
Live.
guys, help us blow up Facebook Live. Let's reach as many markets out there as we can. So, okay, Joe, you are the creator, the brainchild behind Design Wall with a Z. I will edit the the comments in here
Backwards.
backwards. Yep. So it's a tremendous program, and it's a tremendous site, and it's a tremendous vision. And I want to try to I'm going to drill you down to the details of what people can get out of it and why they should be part of it. So first tell us a little bit about your background and then tell us about Design Wall and how it came about.
Sure. So thank you for having me
Hi,
on.
Marina.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
Um, so I like to say I was a kid that grew up doodling and playing with Legos. Um, I was fortunate enough to get hired at a lighting company, um, and and essentially that's what I did. I doodled, and using 3D CAD programs, I played with Legos. Those Legos just happen to turn into light fixtures that we get to see at hotels and casinos globally. And that's been an honor for several different reasons. One of the main reasons is I'm Christian, um, and so one of the things that a lot of people might not know is that I saw that we built light fixtures for some of the darkest places I feel on the planet, where a lot of shit goes on, and so
Yep,
a
what
thing that
happens
I
in
did,
Vegas.
yeah, oh yeah, some of that doesn't stay in Vegas, so um, so yeah, so I had the unique privilege of designing light fixtures that went into hotels and casinos, and I got to pray over them before they left. So it
So,
was an honor of mine to do that.
so I have a question because my boyfriend just got back from the big Microsoft conference and he was at the Cosmopolitan. He's like, "Oh my God, ask him if he did the lighting fixture at the
Yeah,
Cosmopolitan." And I'm like, "I don't know. Did you do that?"
I did. I did do that.
Really? That is
I did the uh, and all the surrounding lights as well. Now, mind you, I don't get to take credit for these things. These were design firms. They hired design manufacturers. Those design manufacturers hired me to figure out the mechanics and the engineering behind it. So I oversaw design and engineering for multiple companies in order to pull that off.
well, that
So,
is absolutely.
uh,
I've been there. My parents live in Vegas, so I've been to casinos many, many times. And one of my daughters was actually christened in Vegas. I always joke around with her. I said, "Yeah, we drove through the Elvis Chapel and got you got you christened." She doesn't like that
nice.
joke so much. But okay, so that takes you to what point in your life? How many years ago was that? Or do you still do that?
Um, I I actually still owe somebody some revisions. Um, the last project I did was just a side project, was for the Embassy Suites in Santa Ana.
Okay.
So still, it's that's been my life for 18 years. So a lot of friendships, a lot of and that's kind of the passion behind what I've done with Design Wall, was to get to the custom lighting industry. Those are all friends. I approach all of this as friends. We're friends. Um, I love this industry. We get to do such amazing things. And so I hope that my passion is showed in the lighting design, and it's what keeps me up driving Design Wall, so that we can connect a global community.
All right.
I think that you guys are amazing, and I think that you guys don't necessarily even on the broader spectrum of like kind of what you guys do in history. Designers, to me, designers design the way that humans and humanity engages with our planet. And that's awesome. Where the world could have done with caves and boxes, you guys take it to another level, and it's how we experience our planet. And that
It
changes, from decade to decade and era to
does.
era. And you guys are the ones that are setting the trend. You guys are the ones that are dictating our current times. And if I could build a thing that helps you guys do that better, then it's an honor and a privilege.
And you know what? That's what we want to talk about. Now, I am not a full designer, and I am impressed on a daily basis with how much designers have to do. I'm all business, right? That's why I'm a business coach. I can help them with the business end, get their focus and figure out who they want to be and how to get out there and market it and nail their sales closing conversations and all that stuff. But that creative side, it's incredible. And you have both, which is really impressive. So tell everyone What is Design Wall with a Z? Design Wall with a Z.
Oh no. He froze up and
Oh, now you froze. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can hear me, but Design Wall is kind of coined as the largest trade show. Um, it's virtual. It's a virtual trade show. So I don't know. Oh, you're back.
yeah, connection issues, trying to reconnect. So,
By the way,
um,
another reason why doing it from the computer is really helpful because I'm tied to a landline on there, but I can't have
uh,
you in like this when I do
yeah.
it that way. Um,
Um, so you had left off with before I cut out. Uh, uh, so we're talking about design wall now.
you are the largest, your new program, your new product, your new site, Design Wall with a Z, is the largest trade showroom in existence virtually, correct?
Yeah. So my inspiration behind this whole thing was 2008, the recession, the depression that we call the recession. And my hotel lighting friends, um, they they were when hotels weren't buying anymore, their sales reps, those doors weren't available, and so it was actually easier for them to just shut down their business than try to go discover new territory.
Mm,
Sales prospecting for sales reps is death. Um, so um, so we discovered a few things during that same period of time. Social media started picking up, and we've discovered that it's easier for manufacturers to update their Instagram account over their own website, and designers are looking to Instagram accounts to look for the current updates on products.
okay.
So that was a pretty interesting thing. So what we did with Design Wall was, I believe that the future of design collaboration is social. Manufacturers can update their profiles faster, update their product listings faster, as long as they're able to maintain them, mark things for discontinue, and this sort of thing. So, and designers, good God, you've got to find, I'm in a Sheridan right now, and you've got to find all these things that go in here. You don't really want to go from website to website, from this guy's e-commerce platform to that guy's gallery to this person makes you log in with a thing. You just want to do your job and you want to do it well and you want to be informed and you want to serve your customer. Um, Designers wear so many hats. I was just talking to a person. A designer is 100% creative. They're 100% business owner. They're 100% marketer. They're 100% psychologist. They're
Absolutely.
100% relationship counselor. And then 100% project manager with all their vendors and the contractors. And well, that's a lot of 100%.
Oh my God, it's
And
crazy what they have to do.
yeah, and introduce me to a designer who gets to be 20% any of those, and tell me how successful they'll be. So, so what does the current system do? You've got to go to all these different websites. So while you should be doing all these other things, you're bouncing all over the web. You're going to trade shows to go discover. Um, so
And to learn.
what we created, yeah, yeah, and to learn. So what we did was we took all of our favorite features from different social media platforms because we're already familiar with that, and we rolled it into one platform that was designed for only us. We're not designed for my kids. My kids have no interest when I talk about Design Wall. Um, it's not for my mom. This is not a spot for her to go find that thing and buy it. My mom shops at not even IKEA.
So in
Um,
other words, it's not house.
no, no.
Okay.
Now, Adi and Alan Tatarko, Adi Tatarko and Alan Cohen, I've met them. We do message each other. They are there for advice. Awesome people. They are a residential website, and quite
Right.
honestly, they took a long, sloppy route to become Wayfair. So we are for the design professional,
All right, let's
where
I just want to stop for a minute. A million people are coming in, and somebody else wants to come in and chat too. I just want to say hello to a couple of people because they're saying hi to
Yeah.
you. Have you seen the chat? This is Weekend Wind Down with me, Nancy Ganzikoffer. I'm a business coach specializing in the interior design industry and increasing your sales. And I'm here with Joe Haecker of Design Wall, having a conversation as to why Design Wall is the new virtual trade show software where all designers should be, all showrooms should be, right, Joe? And all manufacturers. This is what I want to try to get to the bottom of, what it does for the designer, right? First, I want to go by designer, and then I want to go to like industry partners and go, okay, so why should a designer be on Design Wall?
Sure. So right now, and I tell this to designers all the time. I've got my coach is John Pietro, former marketing for Wendy's. He created the combo meal. Um, uh, to John, he always says he listens to me, listens to me ramble, ramble, ramble. Gets real anxious, and he asks, "Where's the low hanging fruit? Where's the low hanging fruit?" And designers, there's so many distractions out there.
Yeah.
There's all these other things to do, but at the end of the day, what's the low hanging fruit? Get another client. Um, so Design Wall is a resource for interior designers, for designers. The idea is that we have this unlimited potential to display product manufacturers, from the big guys to the local artists to the custom manufacturer that doesn't list pricing because it's custom. So this is a spot for all of those to be in one spot. So Design Wall, if Amazon is the world's largest retailer without a brick and mortar, then Design Wall would be the world's largest trade show without the confines of a building and entirely free. So if you know an artist, a local artist, or you met that local craftsman that's working on that thing, and you know that that person could stand to grow their business and would be a benefit to the design community, introduce them to Design Wall, let them grow their business. I designed Design Wall so that businesses can compete globally. So let that artist, let that local craftsman, give them a wider market with Design Wall.
Okay, so from the interior designer perspective, first, you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Laura. I know you lost me and you're back. Yeah, she says she loves me because I'm drinking wine already early on a Friday. Hey, guys, don't forget to share our broadcast. We're talking about Design Wall today with Joe Haecker, the creator of Design Wall, and why it's so important for all designers to be on Design Wall. It's the new up and coming, we're going to talk more about it, but social media platform resource for all your product, on how you can source things from showrooms that they're used to going to see to artisans from all over the world. And I really, we spoke the other day, I want you to tell the story of the African artist, right? Wasn't it from Africa?
Yeah, so she's looking to join on. I think I've got to get a hold of her because I just want her stuff on, and I need to share this. I keep telling her I need to share her product. So yeah, she literally has a team of people, and they go out into the forest and they cut down a tree and they carve furniture
That's amazing.
in the forest. So as owner of this furnishings company, I don't know any other business owner that ever has done this. Um, she will sit in the forest watching her crew carve trees
It's amazing.
into single pieces of furniture. That is awesome. She's struggling because her business is very regional. She would like to get it here in the U.S. She's got a couple of little places in Santa Fe Springs, California, that have it, but nobody goes in there. There's no foot traffic. And so I was like, put your stuff on. It'll take less than 5 minutes to create an account, and it takes less than 2 minutes to upload photos.
And it's
Coquette
free?
signed on, totally free.
It's free
Totally
for
free.
designers to be on there, and then designers can start looking for product and sourcing for their clients through Design Wall.
I get asked this all the time. If this is, how much money do I make off of this? Nothing.
I didn't say
This
that.
is entirely free.
I said that the other
So
day. I didn't say it today yet.
Yeah, it's free for the designers, it's free for the manufacturers. Look, ultimately, it's why we have the little d. Uh, Design wall doesn't matter. The things that you're able to find on design wall, that's what matters. That's what matters to the designer. That's what matters to the manufacturer. We've made a free virtual marketplace for you guys to discover. Please post, share, let other people know to share. It is this this has the potential to be massive,
Massive. I
and a
agree.
massive resource.
That's why I wanted to have you on
And then
because
to
it's going to be massive. I can feel it. It's only what, 2 years in the making, and you're really just starting to gain more traction in the last 6 months to a year?
oh we launched on January 18th, 2016, so we'll
Okay.
be 2 years in January.
Okay.
But in that time, we've already cleared 170,000 subscribers. We've built a
Wow.
social network of over 16 million. We have nearly 1,000 manufacturers uploading product to DesignWall, and we've cleared 17,000 SKUs. Imagine a store that has 17,000 SKUs, and you might be thinking at that point around Furnitureland South size. And we've done this. I've done this on a marketing budget of less than $100.
Wow.
$100 a month.
That's impressive. Okay.
So yeah, that
So,
ability
okay.
to grow is huge.
It's huge, but okay, so I'm a designer. I'm on Design Wall. I'm looking for a special chair that fits in a certain spot with certain dimensions. I can search Design Wall for manufacturers who have a chair and just start scrolling,
Yeah,
correct?
so like a virtual trade show, when you go to a trade show, you don't go there to look at a chair from one direction only. So you want to look around it, check it out. So we offer multiple views. So you can upload that chair and then 11 additional views of that chair. So now as a designer, you can kind of take a look around it. Um, we've got the description is limited to 144 characters. Unlike e-commerce or online directories, you're there to ideate, you're there to kind of get an understanding, and then we just want you to call the manufacturer. We are
Okay, that's
not
what
the
I was going to ask.
salesperson.
Yeah, to make sure. If someone's saying it's free, yes, it's free. Let's
Yeah,
say that. We should say that every 5 minutes. Yes, Design Wall is
yeah,
free, and
it's
you can,
entirely free.
right, source different products on there for your jobs. But then when you actually find something, you're not purchasing it through Design Wall, correct?
No,
Okay.
no. So a residential site would want to, my mom would want to buy now. A designer wants to find it, pin it into a project, organize their projects, work with their teams, their contractors, then maybe show it to their client. So you can download the JPEGs and you can arrange it however you want. You can upload it to MyDoma. You could upload it to Ivy Mark. It's compatible with all the other programs.
Oh, that's cool.
So we're just a clearinghouse. We're the virtual trade show. And then if you want pricing, hit request for quote and send the manufacturer. You're in direct contact with the manufacturer. You want to just pick up a phone, just go to their profile, pick up the phone. You want to email them, hit the email, and you're in direct contact with them. We don't put a wall between you and the customer. Just like at a trade show, the trade show doesn't get a cut, Design
Right.
Wall doesn't get a cut.
Okay, that's very cool. But now, what does that do for a local showroom if they carry that line? So that line may be on Design Wall. They've identified, I'm just going to use that same chair as my example. They've identified a chair they want to use in one of their jobs. They send for pricing. But what if there's a local showroom that has that product?
So we are working towards that.
Okay,
And next year, I look to introduce a new feature, and it would be the ability to by geolocation. So a designer would be able to say that I want to find things within 5, 10, or 15 miles of my current location, and
nice.
then it would drive you into the local showroom. So we are working on that. We've got the specs for it, but we've got to take, one step at a time.
Right. Yeah, that's a very cool feature, especially if it happens to be local. Now, what about the local guy? What about the showroom? let's flip the switch now from designers. Oh wait, one more question about designers. Can they socialize on there with other designers?
Yes, so that's a brand new feature, and I was
Ooh.
trying to bring attention to that today. So the very first post that we posted as a social post onto Design Wall was me hanging out with Kathy Ireland
Ah,
at High Point Market.
okay.
So, and not Catherine Ireland, but Kathy, media mogul, Kathy Ireland. So,
Okay, yeah, I'm
yeah,
looking at Design Wall. I'm looking at the wall and I'm trying to figure out how to navigate it. That's why I said to you the other day, we really have to do this by webinar one day so we can share the screen and show people like how to get on and what to press and how to, the nuts and bolts of it, which I'm sure will be coming in one form and another. But I'd love to do a webinar with you to kind of teach the designers what to do and then also teach the industry partners like how they can use this.
yeah. Yeah, and a lot of things will look very similar to other platforms. So when you log on to Facebook, it asks you what's on your mind. So our social post asks you the same thing. What's on your mind? And so then you're able to post that I'm headed off to Nashville to go hang out with my design peeps. You can post a photo of you hanging with your design peeps. You can post a photo of, hey, I'm looking for stuff. So it is the design community's ability to talk with each other. When you go to a trade show, you're not just with blinders on looking at product and it's silent. You're talking to each other. You're connecting with colleagues and you're meeting new people. So we added the social features to replicate that ability to talk to each other, connect, and grow your network.
I love that. I think that's so important. I mean, we're all over the place, right? Everyone's on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on House, they're on forums, private Facebook groups, right? We're all over the place. So you're looking to bring all that in. I just want to go scroll back and look at some of, Jana says her video keeps freezing, so she missed a lot of what Design Wall is. Oh, sorry, Jana.
Well,
Okay.
the high level of Design Wall is we're a virtual trade show for the design industry.
Right. And
So for
hopefully,
Jana,
Jana, you can go back and watch it on my Facebook page and actually get
and
more
hit share.
details. Right. And everybody, listen, this is Weekend Wind Down with Nancy. I do this every weekend. Doing it a little differently today because we're trying out this new feature. And what is it? Bourbon, did you say, or whiskey?
Whiskey, I'm a whiskey hooker.
Joe's coming to us from Nashville, traveling around talking about, right, Design Wall. You're there to talk about Design Wall, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And Deborah was asking what categories does Design Wall have? We run the gamut.
Good
So
question.
we've got everything from so designers can showcase their projects. So designers, they work on several different, they've done that contemporary project, that traditional project. So you can create a portfolio that's shareable. We've got at the top right-hand corner, we've got a digital business card icon. So you can click that and share
I'm
with your client your icon or
looking
your
at that
digital
right now.
card. Yeah.
Can
Um,
residential homeowners look at a designer from like I know you have to sign in to do most of the features,
yeah.
but can a residential homeowner look in at a designer's profile? Will this help with their search engine optimization and being seen more on the internet? Because I think that's so important.
Yeah. So designer can, so right now when you get done with a project as a designer, I got
Hmm.
done with a project, uh, this is my composition, this is my artwork, this is my my art. Um, you take a picture and you post it to Facebook. So, and I don't think a lot of people understand, or maybe they do, but social media is if I'm connected with 30 people when I post, it's only going in front of those 30 people.
Right.
So when you got done with that project and you're proud of it because this is your artwork, this is your composition. When you post that photo to Facebook, it's just a photo. It doesn't give you any click. It doesn't give you any analytics. And I've seen people post, you can go into Facebook on the desktop and you can find the reach. Reach does nothing for converting to a sale. It doesn't let you know that the neighbor two houses down from that client that you just finished with. they clicked on it. It's just giving you reach. So on Design Wall, our analytics tell you the name of the person, the company that they're with. Is if they're not with a company, it'll say nothing. When they clicked on it, the last time they clicked on it, how many times they've clicked on it, and you can click on their photo and follow up with them instantly. So right now, as a designer,
Wait. You're telling me a homeowner can click on it and you'll be able to register their name?
yeah. So when they come in and they register, all they have to do is put in a username and password, first name, last name, username, and password.
Even a homeowner?
So yeah, yeah.
Okay. So they
So
can't
they
get
can
in and
go in.
see until they register.
They can, but they can only go so far.
Okay.
So what we want to give, this is a B2B website. So when you hand a client your card, you want to know that they came and looked at your stuff.
Right.
You want to know that because you want to be able to follow up. Another 100% of what designers do is customer service and that follow up. So you want to be able to follow up with that person. That's your client. So on Design Wall, we let you know who's clicking on your photos.
Okay,
If it's another designer, you can see that too.
so this is huge because I really need to repeat this. And somebody else, remember I said we have to say it's free every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and we have to say it's free every because new people are coming on. So, for the new people coming on, please share this broadcast. We want to get it out as far reaching as possible. This is Weekend Wind Down with me, Nancy Ganzelkoffer, business coach, helping interior designers and other entrepreneurs get their businesses to the next level and create more sales and the freedom they want in their life. I'm here with Joe Haecker of Design Wall with a Z. And he is explaining to us that I'm going to try to summarize it a little bit, Joe, and you just jump in if first I'm going from the interior designer perspective. Interior designers should be part of Design Wall, which just has been up and running for about 2 years and getting better every day, adding new features in order to source products at a reach that they've never really had before, all in one place, right? Manufacturers are putting their products on here. Artisans from all over the world are putting their products on here. If you're an artist who's listening, since I was an art consultant, it could have some artists listening or listening to the replay, you should be on here because this could increase your reach from the local market to an international market, really, right? Because you're going big, you're going international.
We're currently 5% greater representation in 38 other countries.
Interesting. Wow. So you have been traveling a lot. I should do a weekend wind down with you in every country you go to. So in addition, designers can socialize with each other. They can put up profiles that then can send a digital business card to a client who then, once they come and look at their profile and the projects they've recently completed or whatever projects they put up there, they're going to know, is what you just told me, Joe. The designer's going to know who looked at their profile.
Yep. Yeah.
So then they can
This is
follow up.
B2B. So this is about ROI. This is about conversion. This is a business environment, and the design industry is creative, but it's a design creative business, and so you want to be able to share and know that your client is looking, and you want to be able to follow up with them.
So what if there's a manufacturer on there that's not on there yet, and that they tend to use them a lot?
Let them know. Share your digital card with them. By doing that, that'll invite them in. It's free for them. They can it takes less than 5 minutes to create a profile, and they can upload their photos. It takes less than 2 minutes to upload a photo. We met with Janet. I'm gonna slaughter her last name right now. The owner of Coquette. We were eating dinner out in Chicago, and she texted her team, and by the time we were done eating, there was already pictures all uploaded, and within a day and a half, they had uploaded over 1,000. Well, the exact number was 1,111 images in a day and a half, and they just keep uploading. They said, we're going to flood your site with our product. And they've got Coquette, Covette, Brabu. They are flooding the site because it's easy, and it's got that reach. And I mean, this can be a huge opportunity for companies to reach a large base audience.
Are we allowed to talk about your vision for markets?
Uh, we can a little bit.
Just a little touch
I got
on
to
the
put some.
hope.
Yeah, so we are working on that. So if you know of any trade shows that are willing to jump on with us, we're talking with a few. I think we're getting further along with them. But so we just got back from High Point Market, and if you've ever been to a market, if you've ever been to a trade show, when you register, you get the little QR code, and the exhibitor scans you. You know that you're just going to get on their email list. They just send you the follow-up email, and that thing that you saw, that chair or that chase, um, you're never going to see that again in an email. And you've been overwhelmed with all the things at market, and then they got you
Yeah.
drunk too. You ate, you talked with people, you went and
Party City.
partied.
Party City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so by the end of that, uh, well, you don't remember any of it. And by the time you get home and you're ready to process all of it, um, well, it was a distant fun memory. That, in fact, we went brought our attorney out this time, and we were midway through the first day. And as a pop quiz, I asked him, so what was the first showroom you went into? And what was the first product that you saw? And so he said noir, and he said a golden hand. And I was like, okay, so that was the third showroom we went into. And
Mm.
that golden hand was all the way inside the showroom when we finally started talking with somebody. So he had totally forgotten the other two. He hadn't been drinking. This was only midway through
It's
first
so
day.
overwhelming.
It is, and that was the thing that stuck out in his head. But that was not the first thing that he saw when he came into market.
Right.
Um, so so tells you, uh, we go there, designers go there to buy, to find those new things. Um, the manufacturers, they don't spend all that money just to have a good time. They're there to sell. Jackie Von Tobel just posted a pretty good rant about that. Hey, people, focus on this. We're there to buy, and those manufacturers are there to sell. Um, you know what? Then so
Lapel
the
said,
program
I'm
that we
sold.
uh, yeah, the
Awesome.
program that we're working on is right now the manufacturer scans the exhibitor. We're looking
Okay.
to flip that. So now the exhibitor scans the manufacturer with your cell phone, and it unlocks the products in that exhibitor's booth
I love that.
onto your phone. So now you have it just like a social platform where you can like that chase, you can pin that picture, or you
Hmm.
can request a quote on that lamp. And now you've got a history of all of those products with a direct link into their contact information. So you don't have to go around showroom to showroom taking pictures of the sign, the logo when you come in, and then trying to zoom in on the sticker and the product and create this history, and
Hmm.
then have to go decipher through that once you get home, and then have to go start Googling for all those companies. Uh, it's right there on your phone with a direct
Yeah, I
link.
told you what I used to do. I didn't go to Last Market, but before that, take a picture of the outside of the showroom, then taking pictures of everything I like in it. Then when I get back to the, and every single showroom I did that in. And then I come home and I comb through the pictures, upload them all to my computer, figure out what I wanted to keep and what I didn't want to keep and what was for what client. It's crazy. So I think it's genius what you are going for here, which is to have us scan the showroom that we're going into, and
It's so
then
it's so stupid.
it is
It's
so
just flipping
stupid.
it. But when you flip it, it changes the whole thing.
I know.
That's it's crazy that but which is way off topic why I'm spearheading a lot of focus on tech within our industry. I think that we need more of us from our industry solving the problems for our industry. So
Definitely. Definitely. So I love that. So, and then when the vision is hopefully then when we get home, design wall will actually kind of remind us what we tagged. And you're not trying to sell it to us, you're just reminding us.
Yeah, yeah. We're the virtual showroom. So even when we launched that event solutions program, um, the designer is not paying for any of that. The manufacturer who's there to sell, they're the ones, and they're already paying for that existing QR code system. We're just having them pay us. We're just the new QR code system. So,
So
so
you
there's
think,
no difference. We just changed the dynamic.
yeah, I love that. And if, okay, so you think designers should kind of change where they're marketing, not where they're marketing themselves, where they spend time to actually put some time into design wall and see like what can it do for them? Will it save them time?
Yes, yes. Look, as a designer, you've got to go from website to website, just trying to find those pictures, find those things, and then you've got to go back in and then you got to hunt down all your sources. Um, this this saves you all that time. You can find it all in one spot. It's all one format. It's just like going to Instagram, but with the ability to pin to private project boards. Um, it's all of our favorite parts of social media. It's just in one spot and designed exclusively for us.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Anything else you want designers or artists, local showrooms to know about Design Wall?
Yeah, spread the word.
What?
There's a that tile company and in your neighborhood or the one that you use that you like to use all the time. Um, you know, have them join. This will help them be discovered faster, quicker. Um, uh, Spread the word because I mean, I built this. Look, I don't make a penny off of this yet, and we won't make a penny off of the designers and this whole, what's free now will always be free.
Oh, that's good
Um,
to know.
and I could say that with utter confidence. So so share. Let's build this up because this is a community. This is a community too. This is a design industry community, manufacturers, salespeople, suppliers. Um, this is for us. So Pinterest was made for pinning interesting things. Snapchat and Instagram was made for my kids. Facebook was made for college kids. This was made for us. So uh, please use it. Please help it grow. Uh, you know, I need you guys as much as I want to be able to provide for you guys.
You got to talk about Instagram for a second now, though, because all the designers are thinking they're going on Instagram, they're getting clients.
Oh
It's a
God.
visual. I know you have a big opinion about this. And I actually think Instagram is pretty good for local designers to get local clients. They can get clients from that. So why not?
Yes. So Instagram is for popularity and for branding, it's a really good thing. You get in front of people, and I do Facebook Live. This is awesome, and this gives you that reach to get visible in front of people. Um, I've got my own plans for Design Wall Live that hopefully we get to next year if
Hmm.
we can grow and keep growing. I think I've got a better way for us to use it. Um, um, Instagram, it's a popularity thing. It was made for my kids to send their friends an instant gram. Um, but it's branding.
Right.
Some of the problems with it is you find that chair. You've got to go to the profile to click on the URL to then just go back to their website to then go find that chair again.
Right.
If you really want that chair, then you're going to go hunt it down. But you're on their website. So is this a website that makes you log in? Is this a website that's an e-commerce website? Is it IKEA? So um, they now have a shop now feature. Again, I found that chair and now I'm on their website.
Right.
So ours, there's no going to the website. You're in their showroom the whole time.
Sure.
Um, so you hit the request for quote and you're talking to the manufacturer directly.
Okay, I see an artist just joined us, Debbie Viola. She's a friend of mine here on Long Island. So, Debbie, you just joined us. You need to get yourself on Design Wall to extend your reach to interior designers all over the world. It's a growing platform. And I just want to be clear, free, free, free for designers. It's free for the artists to put their stuff up there. And when they connect with a designer, or a designer wants to connect with the manufacturer or the maker of whatever they want to purchase, it's still, they have to contact them direct, and you'll provide that link.
Yeah, yeah, and we're about telling the story. So
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to touch base.
whenever you upload a photo, you have the last option you have is to add a story. So you're that artist. You can tell about the inspiration behind it. You can write an editorial about it. You can upload the work in progress. You can upload a video. You've got 6 slides, any combination, to help that designer learn the story about that product. So that's part of the storytelling aspect. When you go to a trade show and you see that art, you don't see it from one angle, you see it from multiples.
Right.
And then you talk with the sales rep to learn about the artist, to learn about the inspiration behind the painting, the texture and techniques, to learn. You're there to learn, because then you're going to take that back to your client and say, hey, I've got 2 things, they're fairly similar. I'm going to share the one that I know more about. And so Design Wall is about sharing your product story, and then we're also about sharing your story. So once you've uploaded more than 50 items, then we send you a questionnaire, and we do a feature member article on you. It just automatically goes out to you,
Nice.
and we want to tell your story. It's great that you learn about the product and maybe the techniques and the fabric and the inspiration behind it. But what about the company? Is that company involved in charity? Is that company, was it started by a single mom and she risked everything, and now she's got this big company, and now we can learn that? Is it is it RST brands and they're in all the Costco's and all over the country and world? Tell us your story, because again, I've got not only 2 products, but I've got 2 companies, and you guys both make kind of similar chairs. I'm gonna buy into, and I'm gonna that company that I can associate with, that I believe in their values, and I can align myself with their values, and I can share with my customer.
That's what I was
I'm
thinking.
a designer, and I'm talking to my customer. My customer is like, oh, about the price, and I don't have to talk price with them. I can say, hey, so this company though, they're Curie Design down in San Diego, and they make all of their baffle systems out of recycled plastic. John, I think it's like Stein something. John wanted to do something with those plastic bottles, and so he created Curie Design. I think that's a Curie Design, and they recycle the bottles there, and they convert those into baffle systems. So as a designer, it's not price. You're not arguing price with your customer. You're telling them a story. And Design Wall is about conveying that story. Easy, in a fast, digestible way to discover their story.
You know what? And that's so important now for the designers also. When you get certain clients, listen, some clients aren't going to care, but other clients want to know that what they're getting has a story behind it, is special, it supports what they support. And I think that is such a great feature of Design Wall, to tell that backstory, like that woman in Africa who's building tables with her team out in the forest, right? How much easier in a way it would be to sell a table like that if you're giving the client a story that they will now tell to their guests in the future. Like, oh, you like my table? Like, you want to know where it came from? So there's this woman in the forest, right? And
Yeah.
it's just a lot of people, especially the high-end clients, they want that. They want some meaning behind what they're putting in their house, not just, they bought it at, retail locally. They want
Yeah,
especially
no,
if they're bringing in a designer.
I mean, and yeah, especially with the designer. A designer, you want to, uh, and that's that expertise too. That's as a designer, I can bring you something because this is my job. This is what I do. This is what I love. This is my passion. And
Right.
so part of that is I get to learn these things. And market is awesome for that if that happened more often. Uh, to be honest, and I love market, and I again it was with my attorney, and we walked into should I say their name? They're not on our site yet, and they could be, and they could help tell their story more. No, don't say the name.
I don't know. That's up
Okay,
to you. It depends if it will
okay.
help the journey or hurt the journey.
So this very well-known company, we walked in, no sales rep came up and said hi.
Oh, wow.
Uh, we went in and we saw this a designer taking a picture of one of the products. And so I asked the designer, I was like, hey, do you know the story of how these products are designed? And she said no. And I was like, well, so this particular showroom, they have one designer that designs all of the products in this very edgy, cool, hip uh, showroom. And she didn't know that story. And three
Mm.
sales reps were standing right there, and they were just listening. And so I was telling this story, and she was like, "Oh my God, I didn't know the story of this company. Like that changes everything for me. That makes everything so much more amazing."
Yes.
Never once did the sales reps pipe up. Uh, the lady went on her way. My attorney asked more questions about the showroom. No sales rep. You had three sales reps standing there listening to me tell the story. So on Design Wall, you can attach the story to the picture, and then we can do these feature articles and tell the story so that people can learn this because obviously the stories aren't getting told.
Right.
So let's tell the story. Let's empower designers to be able to be creative, give them the stories that they're going to give them the info and that knowledge to set them apart for their customers. It just pisses me off that designers are having to go haggle and negotiate with their clients when there's this wealth of information that only designers have the time. This is the passion that they have, and yet, like the manufacturers, tell your damn story. Give
Yeah.
people this ability to go sell your stuff. They want to, and
Yeah, they
you
want to be
just
able
let
to
them know some more.
distinguish
Yeah,
what's the difference between the local store that these clients are shopping in and comparing price to where you're getting it from, right? Know the history, know
yeah,
the story, know how it's made. And, listen, there's a lot to know. That's why I'm so impressed with designers every day. There's so much to know. But once they find their couple of lines that they really like and they know their story, and then they can continue to increase their education as the years go on.
yeah. No, and for the manufacturers and for the designers. So we do feature articles on the designers too. So Rod Gantost out of Orange County, he uploaded a bunch of his project photos, and we sent out a questionnaire, and we did a story on Rod. So designers too. You know what? Your customers want to know your story too, and I'd say that a lot of times designers aren't necessarily good about telling their story.
Yeah.
So let us help you share your story. We would love to do an article about you and share your stories, and then you can share it yourself. You meet a client, and here's my story, and here's my work, and you can attach stories to your projects. So you got hired for that project, and maybe your customer doesn't want you to use their name. You could still tell the story. You could tell about the design dilemmas that you solved. You can show behind the scenes photos of kind of the stuff. You can add video about how you solved problems, and the end result was this great project. And you can show your up to 12 images of that project. Um,
Okay.
and so this is your ability to tell your story as well. And I
And
do want to break in a little bit and remind people, hit share.
it's
Um,
yeah. You know what? It's
uh,
not sharing on your page.
is it not? It should be on my probably on my personal one.
No, no. I was just thinking that. I
But
just quickly went in and
yeah,
looked.
hit share, let people know this is for designers to grow their business, tell their story, promote their design work in front of their customers. Look, I say this all the time. So you talk to that husband, or you talk to that wife, or you talk to that client. Commercial, residential, doesn't matter.
Right.
They're gonna go run it by somebody else. Handing them a card and pointing them to your website, it's like just letting them wander off with no direction.
Yeah.
They're going to run this by somebody else. So upload your photos of your projects, tell your story. We'll do a feature article on you. When you meet that client, send the digital card. They're going to then be able to not have to look around for a card. And when they run this by their wife or their husband or their best friend or their mother-in-law or whoever, their colleagues, it's on their phone. And we sleep with our phones now. So this
Yes, we
info is
do.
right
It's
there
such a
for
bad
them to
habit,
be
but
able to
yes.
share.
Okay, so how does the
Yeah.
designer get featured? Oh, and someone's at, wait, Deborah's asking a question. Joseph, could you give any tips on your site how to best to tell your story? And I'm going to add to that, how do they get featured?
So very first, we've got two ways of telling your story. One, let's say you just got done with that whatever residential project. Upload your photos and attach a story. You can do 6 slides. You can do a profile and maybe you highlight your customer. You don't have to use the profile slide. You can use an editorial and write an editorial about it. You can you can write 2 editorials. You can talk about the overall project, and then you might write another editorial about one of the design dilemmas that you solve. So you've got I forget how many, 4 or 5 different templates: a profile template, an editorial template, a non-searchable image. So this gives you the ability to show work in progress, and
Okay.
video template. So you can use that in any combination of 6 slides to help tell your project story. And then once you've uploaded more than 50 images, then we send out a questionnaire, and then we want to tell your story. So we ask you some basic stuff. Tell us a little bit about your company. Tell us something that makes you unique. Tell us something that most people wouldn't know about your company. And then at the end, so why would people call you now? So we help you share that info, that you story. The project's good, but what about you? So we approach it both ways.
We're definitely going to have to do a demo of this, I'm telling you, because I went on, a couple of days ago. I actually was on it already, which really shocked me. Apparently, I had a sign on already. I'm like, I must have found you longer ago than I remember. And then you came back on my radar, and I'm like, I got to look this up because, again, as a coach, as a business coach, I want to know, do I recommend this to my clients? And of course, at this point, absolutely yes. But I also want to be able to walk them through it and how to best optimize their profile and how to upload a project. And quite frankly, how to upload my own blogs and things like that. So I got to play around a little bit more with it. But I know personally, I definitely need to learn more. So I'm sure that everybody who's watching, or most of the people who are watching, need to learn more as well.
Yeah, one of the problems with our platform is that we do a lot of stuff on there.
Mm.
So I could spend probably just one whole segment talking to you about how we create spec sheets for every photo that's uploaded. So whether you're a designer who's uploading a project photo or you're a company that's uploading a product photo, I've got companies on DesignWall that they don't have spec sheets for their products,
Mm.
and so, or they're even a custom lighting company and they wouldn't have a spec sheet for their product. We automatically create one for you, and it's shareable. Uh, so feel free to
How do you
on
create a
any
spec
photo.
sheet without the details?
Oh, it's breaking up so bad. What
I'm
was that?
sorry. How do you create a spec sheet without all the details of what's in the picture?
So yeah, when you upload a photo, we ask you several questions, and so we take that info and we put it right into a spec sheet. You can go to the website, click log in, click on any of the photos, and there's a save button. When you hit that save button, you've got save as JPEG, save as PDF, um, and some other options. Hit the save as PDF. That's going to then save that spec sheet. And then take a look at that. What we've done is on the photo, we've included the company's name, their logo, a QR code so that you can once you've printed it, you can scan it and go right back into that page. It was looking like it was reconnecting there. So
Yeah,
I invite
lost
you,
you for a second.
hit the save button. Hit the save button, hit the save as JPEG, hit the save as PDF. It's a neat feature.
I'm blocked.
We'll
I'm
keep
looking around my phone.
growing it.
It's very
But
cool.
yeah,
Okay.
that's a whole feature right there. And for
Right,
that
save as
designer, it gives you that
JPEG.
ability to print out.
Sorry, I lost you. You were behind. Oop, I lost you again. So if I'm still, okay, I lost you again. So you're right. I hit the save button. It says save as JPEG, save or print as PDF, and then pin to the wall.
Yeah.
So is that pinning to your wall or is that
Yeah.
pinning to?
You'd be creating your own walls, your own projects.
Okay.
So we could probably spend a whole segment just on that save feature, but I invite you to try hitting the save, hit the save as PDF, and take a look at the tear sheets. Um, that that right there for that manufacturer, that artist, earlier you had an artist on here.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to create a tear sheet for every piece of artwork that they do. We automatically create one as soon as they upload.
Okay, so this is why we should have done it from the computer and be live because I could share my screen. So next time, if we do this, it is beautiful, guys. It is a spec sheet. I don't want to disconnect my phone and show you because then I'll never get it balanced like this, and I think I'm already crooked. So yeah, I just clicked on a teal blue sofa. It's got a QR code in the right corner. It gives the manufacturer on the left, and as you scroll down, wow, it gives you their company information, their phone number, their email contact, their website, where they're located, and a bunch of
So,
other stuff, but it does not, which is a beautiful thing, does not give you the price. So this you can
yeah.
share with your client.
Well, and click on any of those buttons on that PDF.
Okay, anything that's blue, I'm assuming, is a
Uh,
link.
it says like go to profile, go to catalog. Um,
Yep,
you
view
click
their
on,
catalog.
yeah.
View their
So if you
catalog.
click on that, that PDF is clickable, and that will
Ah,
drive you back into their site. So if you save these PDFs to your desktop, and now you want to go back to that website, you don't have to go searching for it. You can just click on the PDF and go right back into their website, right into their profile.
it's a
You can go
beautiful thing.
right back to the product.
Really cool. So,
My goal was for that company. That company, they don't, they want you back in their store.
right.
You want to go to their store. So why the hell are we making it hard for them to do that? So I am trying to get rid of that problem.
I think you might have done it. As I'm looking around. Yeah, it's very cool that this can then be printed or saved to your computer and then emailed to a client. Hey, this is what I'm thinking for you. Do you like it? Or as you said, it can be uploaded to MyDoma or it can be uploaded to IvyMark.
Yep.
That's a beautiful thing. And I see you have categories. There's indoor, there's transitional, there's living room, residential. Once you start getting into the pictures themselves, then your search options, living rooms, are kind of endless.
And we're not just residential. We're hotel. We're restaurant. We're uh, uh, it's again introduce manufacturers. This can be the site for street signs. This can be the site for outdoor parking. This is it's literally we created a thing that is limitless.
Yeah, this is a great resource for interior designers. It's a great place for artists to be. Um, it's a great place for me to start uploading my blogs when I figure it out. I have to go on and give it a little more time. I just didn't give it enough time. So I can also be found, and there's podcasts on here
Oh
also, which
man,
is cool.
we
What?
could spend a whole time on that. That we are the first social platform that hosts podcasts. Other Facebook lets you create a link to your podcast. Uh, you can actually upload the recordings to DesignWall. So we've got Nick May from the Chase Lounge. We've got Mark from Tastefully Inspired.
Mark McDonough, right?
They're posting podcasts.
Don't
Now,
worry, I'm
give me
getting
enough
Luann
time
on
on
there.
there. Yeah, no, please.
I talked to
With
her about
enough
it today.
time. Oh, awesome. Yeah, with enough time, I'm looking to capture enough content that I would like to spin up Design Wall Radio. Imagine Pandora, but for listening to podcasts. And we have a platform where, would somebody else veg out on this in some other industry? So it wouldn't make sense to have this on Facebook.
Right.
On Design Wall, this could be, I'm looking at doing a hotel ballroom. So then I would be able to listen to podcasts about hotel ballroom. Everything's keyword searchable.
I love it.
So I want to change this industry. I want to connect us globally. I want to give businesses an opportunity to compete globally. I want their sales reps to be able to sell efficiently so that they can put food on their table and make sure that they've got a roof over their head. For designers, you shouldn't be struggling. This stuff's hard enough. I would like to make this easier to find product, easier to get into contact with manufacturers, easier to do your job so that uh, you can go change the world.
Well, I think you're headed in an awesome direction. I'm so happy that you decided to join me here on Weekend Wind Down. I feel like somehow I'm in
I
the
don't know
know
if that was a
fairly
wind
early.
down.
I,
You had like 58 people on here at some point, and I wasn't even tracking all of that. But I don't know if I'm much of a wind down person.
you know what? It's all about me. It's my weekend wind down. You know what? And people tend to
There
join
you go.
and they watch later. And as somebody said one week, they're like, it was early. I did a weekend wind down at like 1 o'clock because I had to. Whoever I was interviewing couldn't do it later. So I'm like, I just bought a small glass of wine. And somebody comments, if that's your small glass of wine, I want to hang out with you more. I was like, because it's a little early. But thank you so much, Joe, for being here. Everyone, get on Design Wall with a Z. I'll put a link in this. I'll edit the profile for this episode and I'll put it in the chat so everyone can take a look. And Joe, thank you so much for being here. And I really am. I'm going to bug you about doing if we could do a 1 hour on just how interior designers put their stuff up there. And we do it
Yeah.
in a webinar format so that it's like a lesson to them. And then, we could do another one, or if you're doing it at some point, let me know because I will promote it. I think people really need a little bit of instruction sometimes with new things. It's just a new thing.
And I mean it's much and there's just it's like Facebook. There's just so much stuff that there's features you may never use, and you may realize months later that, oh, there was this thing and you didn't even know it was there.
Right.
And I'm
Everything.
sorry for that, but we are trying to do so much. And
You got a lot
so
of
please
balls up in
poke
the air.
around. Yeah, yeah, no. We're yeah, I'm a tenacious pain in the butt,
That's
so is
awesome,
our
though.
website.
You know what? You got a big vision and it's all good. And for anyone who gets in now, I think it's going to really, really benefit them in the future. So I'm glad I could be
Yeah, I'm
part of,
learning from you
spreading the
guys.
word.
Yeah, I'm learning from you guys. So the things that you guys come back with and the way that you guys are using it, you're going to shape our platform. And I hope that this is a solution for our design community as we go from an industry to a community. I think that we need this platform like this to help us connect.
Agreed. So let's say looking forward to seeing more from Design Wall, from Cynthia. A webinar could be tremendously helpful, Marie. See, now I'm going to pin you down on that. Mary Nolte, the coolest thing is I was walking the beach by my client's house. It is all good. I guess she was watching while listening. She said while lustening. While lustening. So again,
Deborah asked if they could reach out to me, and yes, a thing that people know about me is I don't sleep. So it's not uncommon for people to message me at 1 or 2 in the morning and be surprised that I am awake and fully respond back. And I've been on phone calls with people at 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. So I can't guarantee that access forever, but I value you guys, And so I am accessible. So please reach out, please ask questions, and I'm building this for us, the design community.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Joe. Enjoy Nashville. How many days are you there for?
Until Sunday, I do have a flight voucher, so I'm going to be flying standby. So if you see the design wall shirt and the beard hanging around the Nashville airport, come say hi. I'm probably waiting for a flight.
Oh my God, you're so funny. All right, everyone, enjoy your Friday night. Please share this. Let's get the word out about Design Wall and of course my weekend wind down. I'll be here next Friday as well. I don't remember who my guest is yet, but you'll see it on my Facebook page. So have a great weekend. Thanks, Joe, and I will talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, bye.